Hey friends, Ash here with Gents, coming at you guys with the haul video today. Unboxing, first impression, you know the drill. 3 different fragrances today. We got Just Jack Vetiver, which is not the greatest name I've ever heard, Just Jack, but this is from Sterling Parfums, which are the same people behind Armaf. And each one of these Just Jack fragrances is a Tom Ford clone. So it's almost like they're cloning the whole Tom Ford line, but that's what this one is, Just Jack Vetiver. Then we have the Hype Beast. I've actually still not smelled this. Lots of people have said this fragrance is amazing, so I'm looking forward to it. Moustache Eau de Parfum. Yeah. And then the last one that I've got here today, Comptoir Sud Pacifique Eau d'Elegance. 3 different fragrances, lots to talk about. Let's jump into this. These fragrances right here were sent to me from fragrancebuy.ca. So they sent these to me for review. Obviously they have nothing to do with any of these brands. It's just what was chosen from the website. Kind of a nice mix. You know, we've got a Hype Beast, we've got one that's not been talked about very much, and we've got a clone. There's a lot going on here. In case you guys are unaware of Fragrance Buy, they're a great discounter, both niche and designer, and they are based in Canada, though they still ship super fast to the US, and they have amazing prices. On their front page, you'll see a bunch of deal breakers. They change those up every so often, which are fragrances that are marked off even more than usual, and if you buy 5 fragrances, you get free shipping, so keep that in mind. Link in the description to Fragrance Buy. I use them all the time for my own purchases. You got nothing to worry about. All right, let's open up the Just Jack first. Now, this feels extremely light, but that's because this is a 30 milliliter size bottle. It also comes in 100 ml size. This runs you about 15 bucks for the 30 ml, and really only about $10 more than that for the 100. I know the sun is kind of right in my eyes right there. Hopefully you can make this out a bit. Just Jack Vetiver is the name of the fragrance. It's reflective silver color. On the back it says all-time classic. So the box slides. It's pretty, and they're pretty tight, but it slides like so. And there's your bottle. Interesting. So here it is. It's a fairly basic little 30 milliliter size bottle with a sticker on the front. Does look a little bit cheap, and then the cap is also a thin plastic cap. Okay, let's go ahead and spray this one on. Now, I believe the 100 milliliter size bottles actually look pretty similar to the real deal Tom Ford bottles, just in the sense of the cap actually, and the way that the bottle has these ridges going down. It's actually, I believe, shorter, but closer than this looks. Not too bad actually for an extremely super cheap clone. Pretty solid. Obviously the quality is not going to be the exact same as the Tom Ford. The Tom Ford is much higher quality, but for $15, going to give you a super similar vibe. Citrusy, green, clean vetiver. Yeah, really pretty close to the Tom Ford. They even got the the coloration correct here. Hopefully you can make that out, but coloration here, dead on, even though that doesn't matter at all. This is pretty good. I'm gonna go on to the other ones and let that dry down a bit, but color me surprised. Now I'm opening up Eau d'Elegance. So this one, I believe, is supposed to be a really nice summertime fragrance. It's got notes like driftwood in there, salt, a number of floral notes, and also a bit of citrus and cactus as some of the notes in here. So here's a look at the bottle for you guys. Check out how that comes, and this is glass, and a quick look at the box as well. Not too terribly much going on there. Atomizer is really nice on that, and this one is pretty affordable as well. You can typically find this at discounters for, you know, 40 bucks, 45 bucks, something around there. Interesting. Yeah, actually I could see my wife rocking this, or me rocking this. I believe that the translation of the fragrance name is Lagoon Water. I may be wrong there, but I think that's what it is. So it's sweet. You do get the florals right off the bat, a little bit of salt in there. I imagine also what's supposed to be the cactus note, you get that. Yeah, sweet pink florals, sugary to an extent, but then offset and contrasted a bit by the citrus, the salt, and the cactus. Refreshing, sort of a tropical almost fragrance. Maybe leaning very slightly feminine. Does smell good though, but I'm gonna keep on moving to Moustache Eau de Parfum. This one I've heard about for a long time. A number of people have asked me to review this one, so I'm thankful I finally got it in and now I can finally check it out. This one, I believe, draws comparisons to YSL's Tuxedo, and it is quite a bottle. There's a lot of heft to this. So here's a look at the bottle for Moustache. Really a nice bottle. It's really quite large. I didn't expect it to be quite as big as it is. That's what she said. And there's the box for Moustache. Pretty nice. Got a bit of a throwback look to it. There we go. Ooh, I can smell it already and it smells good. Me gusta. Orange, spice, benzoin, all right away. You could almost even throw in like tobacco in here and I would believe it. It's not an official note, but if you did, like if you had leather in here or tobacco, something like that, I would go, yeah, pick that up. Even though, again, as I said, it's not an official note here. So mandarin orange, pink pepper, benzoin, cedar, right away. Get those all. God, it smells good. This one, super nice. Yeah, I can see why people have talked about this and said that it was a really, really good fragrance. And it's also 125 mils instead of the more typical 100 mils. So you're getting a little more bang for your buck with this one. Yeah, this is a winner. Yeah, I like the presentation. I like the bottle. Very heavy. It feels very luxurious in your hand, if you want to say that, just because of how thick the glass is. It feels like, you know, you've purchased something with some heft here. The box with that throwback feel and just immediate attention grabbing opening here. Not really suited for the weather right now. Not really spring or summer fragrance, but my God, in fall or winter, this will be good. Yeah, this is good. Everybody that said that they liked this, everybody that said it was a solid fragrance, they weren't lying. I'm gonna work back through these again, let you guys know how they changed. Obviously, this isn't a full wearing, so can't really speak to the dry down or longevity or projection or anything here, but I'll work through a review on these as time allows. That way you guys can get a little more info. So first up, just Jack Vetiver with the tiny 30 ml super cheap bottle with sticker. So again, the bottle, I guess, ultimately not that important. It's the fragrance itself that matters. So I don't like it as much as I did in the opening. In the opening, it smelled closer to Grey Vetiver. It smelled of higher quality. It smells a little bit like it's still a decent alternative to Grey Vetiver, considering the price. But as far as just straight up vetiver fragrances go, I think you'd probably be better off with something like Guerlain Vetiver, because that one you can pick up very, very cheaply as well, and the quality is much higher. But if you're dead set on a Grey Vetiver type scent without actually paying the money for Grey Vetiver, you know, this could be a solid alternative. Now let's go back to Eau d'Elegance. Yeah, this is very pleasant, really nice. I do think, again, that my wife is going to enjoy this more than I do. I feel like it leans more toward her style. Floral, sweet, tropical. That's what I'm getting from this, but it does smell nice. It does remind me of being on vacation, just not what I myself wear on vacation. I like it though. Yeah, this is good, especially for the price. 40, 45 bucks, really good. And now the big boy. Yeah, this is the one. This one is the best. Yeah, of these three, it's not close, not even remotely close. This one's the best. Yeah, sweet, ever so slightly creamy, just ever so slightly. Little pops of spiciness in there. Maybe a tiny, tiny, tiny touch of rose, bit of cedar. God, this smells really good. This smells great. Yeah, this is making the fall top 10 list for sure, hands down, for sure. Yeah, this is awesome. If you haven't smelled this, if you can get your hands on it, check this out. This is really, really good stuff. Yeah, I love this. Only thing that I would caution on that, maybe, it doesn't come across super youthful. Now, I don't think that it comes across old or, you know, something that only somebody middle-aged and up can wear. It doesn't come across like that to me, but it does not have as much of that syrupy kind of sweetness, you know, that bubblegummy sweetness that's very popular for younger guys' fragrances, even in fall and wintertime fragrances, you know, that big blast of like syruped sweetness that you'll get. This doesn't really have that. So if that's the type of fragrance you're into, you may not like this one, but God, this smells good. This is good. Everyone was right. It's good. Okay, guys, I've let these fragrances dry down a bit, and I just wanted to do a really quick follow-up. Now, the sun has set now, so I'm back inside. Okay, the first one, just jack. Vetiver. It's okay. For a budget gray vetiver clone, it's pretty good. I mean, 15 bucks, not so bad. Again, I think overall that you'd be better off with Guerlain Vetiver. I think it's a better fragrance. There are some other vetiver fragrances out there that you can pick up that are not overly expensive. I'd probably go for those. But as I mentioned before, if you want just a dead set take on gray vetiver, but you don't want to spend this price, this is pretty good. It'll get the job done. And now the Contour Sud Pacifique. So this one, I had my wife smell it. She doesn't like it. She said it smells like celery to her, so yeah. Now as this was heading through the mid, to me, it smelled like it was going more feminine, but now it's swung back for me and it's more unisex, maybe even leaning a little bit masculine as it dries down. Driftwood comes out, it's still very sea salty. You've got cactus in here, a little tiny touch of sweetness, but not too much. Still, I do still view this as one of those sort of tropical retreat sort of fragrances, warm weather, salty, sweet. And I personally like it more than my wife does. For her, it was a big no-go. For me, I think it's not bad. But this one's the best. It's not even remotely close. This one smells fantastic. My wife loves it. I love it. This one's a killer. This one I will be reviewing in the near future because I want to wear it some, even though it's really hot outside. So I'm gonna make time, I'm gonna wear this, I'm gonna review this. You're gonna hear more about this very soon. Just wanted to do a quick follow-up with you guys as these have dried down. So now back to me outside. All right guys, that's gonna do it for me. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Thanks for all of your support. I'll see you guys again tomorrow with another fragrance video. Stay safe out there.